Looks like Paul's doing a sermon series on the Old Testament.
Yeah, he's going to talk about the storyline of the Old Testament.
Yeah, so he's going to talk about covenant and blessing.
When I think of the Old Testament, all I can think of is God being mad and lots of violence.
Sounds really scary to me.
Yeah! Ah! Ah! Ah!
This series on the Old Testament is going to be very special. Ever since I came to Lino Lakes, I've been waiting to preach about the Old Testament. It's going to make an impact! I'm almost done with this outline for the sermon series on the Old Testament. Oh, a text! It's from Jennifer. Please be careful about preaching on the Old Testament. We're afraid sometimes about God and how God is portrayed in the Old Testament. Afraid of God in the Old Testament? Ah! Ah!
I just got a text from Paul on a new sermon series. Changing things up. New idea for the sermon series, the Old Testament for 2012. He's finally listening to me.
I finally finished my outlines for the sermon series in the Old Testament. And I've gotten a lot of input. No more anger, no more screaming. We're going to start at the beginning. Why should the Old Testament be important to me in 2012? In fact, that's the title, Old Testament 2012. Come, join us next Sunday.